Okay, up here at one of the old Eureka mine sites, Red Ore Mine sites, up here along the south side of Red Mountain. And there's no trails or anything to get back here. This is within the confines of Red Mountain Park, present-day Red Mountain Park. And this is one of the old stone foundations right here, which it could have been a with the way the old bricks and the iron rods coming out, threaded iron rods, this could have been a hoist or pulley system right here. Not really sure, so I'm just taking a wild guess here. And that was a drift mine opening up there, and all the mines up here are collapsed. But at one time, there's some old pictures how big these things were. They were monster drift mines, but you can still find some pieces. Not really sure what this is, but that's cast iron. It's something that had to do either with the Eureka Line's Tramway Railroad, or something that had to do with one of the machines they were operating here. But not really sure. And there's a better view of that right there. And this is a piece of cast iron right here. God, probably going back to the 1880s or so, 1890s. It's sitting up against this tree. Not really sure what that went to, of course. Could have gone to another piece of machinery. But all back through that privet and underbrush, there's outcroppings up there where they just had massive drift mine operations up here. And they had the tramway ore cars way back up in that draw there. Top of the mountain is up there. And of course, they don't have any trails up here. Maybe one day they will. But it's a pretty neat area to explore. This is where some of Birmingham's first iron ore mining was done. So, all right, another shot of that. And I'm going to walk down the tramway rail bed as far as I can go. And but that'll be a first as far as I can go. But anyway, just thought I'd video this. Been up here several times, but figured I'd come up here today and try to walk that tramway rail bed all the way, as far as you can go. So, all right. Okay, leaving the Eureka mine site, Red Ore Mine site, which is all up in this hollow, this draw right here, south side of the mountain. And this this is a rail bed right here. This is one of the original Eureka Mines Tramway Railroad lines that ran to the south there a little over 2 miles, all the way to Oxmoor Furnace, which was located above and next to Shades Creek. And most of this rail bed here is built on top of tailings piles, just shale, other bits and pieces of rock, anything that wasn't hematite red iron ore. And you can see how the rail bed is right here, the berm. And let's see, of course, straight up there is a power line cut, and I'm going to go across that if I can. But I took some pictures and filmed this before when I was out there one time before, I'm not going to go down there because it's pretty slippery, but right down here is right down in here is one of the stone culverts that for the drainage system. So it's a little bit back down that way, but well, I don't know, I guess I'll go film it. All right, okay, right down there next to that big tree, I'm not going to walk down there, it's pretty slippery, but is one of the big stone culverts that runs up underneath the railroad bed. The other side is over here, and that's for water drainage, and that was built in the 1880s, I think maybe even 1870s really, and it's the same type of stone culvert that you would see if you've ever been up at Ruffner and walked the Birmingham Railroad bed or seen it running parallel to the pipeline trail. Looks just like that. All of these were kind of universal back then, but solid stone construction that still carries water through the culvert even today. So, all right, and I'm gonna make my way across the cut here to the other section of the Eureka Mines Tramway Railroad line. So, all right. Okay, on the other side of the power line cut here, and that road up there is Industrial Drive, and this is the last of the tramway bed before they built Industrial Drive and everything. But this is the tramway bed right here. Lots of tires, a lot of tires. You see they had to cut that rock out right there. Cut this out for the tramway bed. So, yeah, this would have gone straight back to one of the main Eureka mines right here. I think what they call East Number 1 or East 2. But this is the tramway bed, and back in the day, this would have taken you all the way down to Oxmoor Furnace. And there's some more cutouts right there. Let's see. And you can see where they built the industrial drive right there. Just covered it up with the berm for the road, but it would have been right here. So, all right. And that's the tramway looking back. Okay. These are the old L&N tracks right down here by Oxmoor Cemetery. These are now active CSX tracks. And this right here This rail bed here was part of the Eureka Tramway that sent iron ore all the way from the south side of Red Mountain down to Oxmoor Furnace, just to the south of here. And I guess before they laid double track, this was a single track line. They did have a trestle here at one time that went over the L and N and went up over this way somewhere in the woods. I'm sure there's some remnants of it, but there's no more remnants of the trestle because they widened the rail bed for the double track. But anyway, this is the what's left of the rail bed right here. A lot of fallen trees right here. You can see the bank on either side, and right here is the Oxmoor Cemetery. I've never been in, so I'm gonna go ahead and explore around this a bit. Never come by here a bunch of times, but never bothered to stop by and take a look. So spend a few minutes doing that. But that right there is the Eureka Tramway bed. So, all right.